Okay, when I'm ready to varnish, I use Mod Podge Glossy Luster. I use the Mod Podge brush. I try to do it in a completely dust-free environment, maybe like my kitchen. Turn off ceiling fans so they're not stirring up any dust. And I put my Mod Podge in a bowl, something I can throw away. I add just a few drops of water to it, or either that or I wet the brush to kind of stir it with. And then what you're going to do is you want to try to get the Mod Podge in the cracks. As you can see, I've got it here in the cracks, but you want to wipe it off of the stones so they'll still be shiny. So once I get it, a little section, I do a quarter of the painting one time. I go back with a clean rag that is wet or damp, of course not wet, but wet enough, wrung out, and I wipe it off. I wipe off all the excess, just like that. And I try to kind of do it like so I'm not doing it in the cracks like that, but more like an X or either in a circular motion like this, so that it doesn't wipe it out of the cracks. So just put one coat, that's all it needs. If you get it down in the cracks, you can see where it is in there. Of course, when it dries, it'll dry clear. But because a lot of the stones in this picture are AB, which are shiny, I want to make sure I get all the Mod Podge off the top of those, like right here where these are AB, because I want them to really sparkle. Now this luster should dry very shiny. The main part, of course, you want to make sure you do, if you're putting it in an open frame, is that you have all of these edges really coated. So that's where it's going to come up. If it's going to come up, it's going to be from the edges probably. So in any places you see maybe you got too much Mod Podge, you can take your brush and just kind of do this. Kind of smooth. You see how it comes up out of the cracks when I use the brush. If you think, oh, I've got too much right there, that's too thick, then just go back over it with the brush. Gets it back up out of the cracks just a little bit, and you can wipe it off. You want to try to use a rag that's lint-free. This is a throwaway rag that's been trimmed, which is unfortunate because it means it's got little strings on it. But I'm trying to be very careful of not letting that get exposed. So just do it like that, try to get a little bit more of it off. I think I got a little heavy-handed right here. And you can see it down in the cracks. Because what you want to do is really just make sure it's protected, that they don't fall off. Since diamond painting is a relatively new craft, there's no, I guess you could say, statistics on the longevity of the glue that it's been stuck on with. My really expensive big ones that I've done, I've actually had framed under glass. So I'm not worried about those because they should never come off under glass. But this one is going to be in an open frame, because I can't afford to frame all of them in a real frame under glass, because that's just too expensive. Okay, so that looks like it's completely covered. You can still see it's pretty vibrant, and hopefully when it dries it'll be really shiny. You can see all the glue down in the cracks. But it still has its luster and shine when it catches the light. And you want to make sure, of course, before you start, that you have rolled it as hard as you can, and you want to make sure that you don't have any missing. Okay, good luck.